Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my home. So today's project I'm really excited about. You all, if you've watched my channel often, will recognize this table. It is our dining room table, and I have another project going on that's going to take place in our dining room that's going to involve not needing this table anymore. So I decided to really revamp our playroom area and kind of turn it into a more multi-purpose room. The girls are getting a little bit older and a lot of their activities are a little bit different than they were even a year ago. So I have organized and done things to this room before, but it's just time for a change. We are in the full swing of school, so having another space to be able to do school in, since we homeschool, was also really a great idea. So I decided to set up the room kind of in two different areas. This area with the table, I wanted to put these little they aren't cork boards, but they are like I can't remember what they're called. They have little holes in them where you can hook things on, and I have little shelves and things. They're from IKEA, and I have used them in our previous desk area. So if this stuff looks familiar to you, that's why. And I had also made these little name plaques in that previous video as well. So since we were kind of deconstructing the previous desk area in our home and making this more of a table classroom area, I decided to move these in right behind where the girls will be sitting. So we use a lot of glue, scissors, crayons, and colored pencils. I've really just leaned into the things that are easier to clean up. I do get the girls' markers every once in a while, but I mainly stick to those things that I can get cleaned off with a Mr. Clean eraser pretty quickly. So I used this little turntable that I had on hand. And one thing I wanted to mention is that this project was very budget friendly. The only thing I had to purchase for doing this room was the portion of the light fixture that is where the light bulb sits and the cord. Everything else I had on hand, or I moved it from another area of the house. So I just really wanted to stick to this being almost a no spend project. And for not really spending much of anything, I am completely thrilled with how it all turns out in the end. So definitely stick around to see how it all looks and how both sides of the room look. So speaking of that light fixture, this is the piece that I found. I actually found this at Lowe's, so it was something I could quickly pick up. And then this lampshade is from IKEA. I bought it a while back and just kind of had it in storage. I wasn't really sure what I was going to use it for, so I decided to use it for this. I want to say a big thank you to Homary for sponsoring this week's video. Homary reached out to me and invited me to try their product about a month ago, and when I saw their products, I was immediately attracted by them. So I wanted to go ahead and recommend them to you as well. This sofa bed was the perfect piece of furniture I was looking for the second space of this room. I just wanted something that the girls could easily use to relax on if they wanted to do a movie night, or they could sit up on it if they were reading books and things like that. This sofa bed sleeper, which is trendy and multi-purpose, is a plush cotton linen sleeper couch. It can be turned into a comfy sleeping sofa and provides storage below. The open tabletop bottom gives a location to stow away pencils and paper, while the open bottom allows you to stretch your feet out when you unfold it. This sleeper sofa has two adjustable shapes with storage under and side pockets on both sides. It was extremely simple to put together, and it will transform from a comfy love seat to a calm daybed. Homary is an online platform from where you can purchase products for your home. To prevent prevent the sofa from sliding back down, all you have to do is lift it up a little bit and it will slide right into place to hold fast. Their product quality is very good and the product has a great sense of design. Homary also has a 24-hour dispatch section. Homary will have a lot of wonderful products at a low price during the Black Friday sale. At the same time, they have flash sales and big coupons during that period. If you are in need of buying furniture during this holiday season, you will love shopping at Homary during Black Friday. Check out the link in the description along with a discount code to get 7% off the entire site wide. And I know that you all will love Homary as much as I have. Okay, so I have a pretty big love for 3-tiered carts. I just think they make a great compact area to really store a lot of different things. So I'm not exactly sure what all will end up in this cart, but for now I put some of our knitting and crocheting products. We have some cross stitch in that basket as well, along with some construction paper on the bottom of the cart. And it will just be easy to move around the room, and if we're going to knit and crochet over on the little sofa, we can pull it over there, or if we're working with construction paper at the table, that will be convenient to put there as well. So back over to the other side of the room, right next to where the sofa is, we decided to take this shelf, which if you all have watched the previous video, you will remember that I assembled this shelf and it was very easy to assemble. It's also super inexpensive and it just holds a lot of things. Those kubies are very large, and so I love being able to store things like stuffed animals and things like that. So of course, per usual, I had to go through and do the rainbow setup with all of the books, just making it look fun. No, it does not stay this way, but whenever I'm cleaning up and getting things organized, I like to set it up this way, and it always attracts the girls' eyes to wanting to read when it looks like a rainbow like this. Okay, so this is the more like sitting room side of the room. So it has the little sofa and of course the television, which is very convenient to have this in an area where we may be doing school. So if we're watching educational videos and the girls are doing worksheets along with the educational videos, they have a place to do that versus working at our kitchen table. That's where this table was originally sitting, was in our kitchen. So I set this up pretty similar to how I set it up before on this corner, just having their little play kitchen and this little shelf, which they were super inexpensive little shelves from the Target bargain spot or dollar spot. I don't like to call it dollar spot because it's not very dollar friendly anymore, but they were still very inexpensive. And then I hung up their little fruit basket and their little calendar, just all of the little details that they love about pretending that that corner is their house. We have decluttered and downsized the amount of toys we have in our house by a huge percentage. We've kept things that the girls really find near and dear, and I actually had them help me with paring down toys, which I find that they are so much happier and so much more content with less toys and more space to play. Next, I just went through and added these little mirrors and just a few other little touches to help the room feel a bit more cozy. Okay, so this room makeover was an all-day affair, but I couldn't be happier with it. I feel like this room is so much more appropriate for the age and the interests of the girls, and we now have a place that I can even do things with them and be able to sit down and enjoy some fun activities with them. So I'm going to start over here in this corner. There's not a whole lot to say. If you all watched the last video that I organized this room, we have new doorknobs going in, so that's why that's like that, with the new paint, new doorknobs. But you all saw me kind of set this up before, so that's why I'm not going into great detail. And then having this in the closet has saved us so much space, considering that we didn't really need this closet for much other than this. So it just kind of tucked that back in there and really worked out well. Of course, the fold out day bed situation here is so fun, especially for them watching movies. And there's one thing I actually did not show you all, but I'll go ahead now. And this is one of the main reasons for having a table in this room, is this is all of their Legos. And I know it doesn't look like much from here, but I promise those things are packed full of Legos. And if I get to IKEA again, I can actually get another box. And it's just a great way to hide away the Legos when they are not in use. This little monkey my grandmother made, and we have a couple of them. So that is a special piece. I thought I would just sit there. These stools I've mentioned before. Whenever I was younger, I spent some time in Guinea-Bissau, Africa. And that is where those stools are from, so I like to hang on to them, and the girls love using them. I decided to use this space underneath the chalkboard with some bins. I didn't go into any great organizing with all of this stuff. I just have kind of some simple categories, some kitchen play stuff, some baby doll and doll play stuff, and also the stuffed animals. They're really big into that right now. And then this is kind of a miscellaneous bin. This piece over here, I guess I didn't mention this earlier, but this here is actually a bunk bed that my grandfather made that I played with as a little girl. So I'm trying to decide if I want to redo it, if I want to paint it or something. One of the reasons that has me kind of drawing back on that is you see this little bear here on the sides. They're on all the ends, and I would be a little sad to cover that up. So I may just leave it as is. The girls love it either way. So moving back to this side of the room, I absolutely love that there's a light over here now. This room there's a light up here, but we just needed another light here. So now they'll have it nice and lit when they're playing games. That's another thing they are really into right now, is board games. And so this gives them a place to do that. And obviously a nice area here to store a lot of the crafty stuff. We're very artsy people in our house. And you all probably remember these from whenever I did the desks out in the landing area. Well, now everything is in here. And my nice little fiddle leaf fig that is from QVC. I always like to leave that linked below because normally they're on sale or they run really good sales on those. And then over here, I've got this cart, and I'm not sure totally what this cart's gonna be. It may fluctuate, it may be different things. We will see. Then on this wall, I think I may either make my own or look for some posters to put up here, just like educational posters. I thought this was a great wall to be able to kind of fluctuate. Maybe we can put things up that we're learning about with some sticky tack and then take it down when we're done with that unit study, that type of thing. So I just left this bare for future creativity. And other than that, I'm so happy. I know seems very simple, but we have simplified a lot of our toys and things to just get down to what the girls love. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. I'm so glad that you all stuck around and hung out with me today. I hope this video inspires you. Give it a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a comment below, and I'll see you all in next week's video.